Alright guys, so I guess this is like, what is it, part 4? I just wanted to show you guys how it looks lighted up and show Vic. So I already got it connected to the battery, 12 volts. And you can see this counts up, just keeps counting up, that's what it does. And this lights up all at once. You can see that, it's really nice, the filter that they made, ID Geniale did a good job on it. There's no bleed through or anything. It looks really good on this part here. Anyway, this thing just kind of scrolls up, flickers back and forth. Same thing with this one. Kind of scrolls up on its own. I didn't hook these up because it's kind of a pain in the butt. I think I'm going to leave that for Vic to do. There is some crimp-on style hookups for these that I'll have to look to see. They sell them online. It's probably easier for him to hook that up with those crimp-on ones than soldering it to the backs, but yeah. And I'll show you the eject, if I can get into the buttons back here. So that's eject right. And eject left. If you just push the button for a second, it just goes up a little bit. Push it again. But if you hold it for about 3 seconds, it goes up all the way. And there's a little dial on there on the back side that is right, I'll show you with this, right here. That controls the speed of it. You turn it and it will go faster. You turn it the other way, it'll go a little slower. And here's the wiring. Use heat shrinks, and I soldered these together so they'll never come loose. And I got it running into this one, and these are daisy chained together, these boards. And I left you 2 extras. Here's a hot extra right here, and that's for this right here, these buttons. And this is a ground that's extra for those buttons too. I did put a fuse in there, 5 amp, so kind of protects you. And here's your connector, ground and positive right here. That's all you need to a battery. See, I'm running it to a little 12 volt battery there. And that's about it. I mean, I'll show you what I'll tell you how this, let me get a screwdriver, here you go. So this is your positive for the light bulb and your negative. I don't think it matters which side gets the positive and negative, but yeah, so you can run 2 negatives in the middle. It's got 2 bulbs because one lights up the green and one lights up the red. If you want to just run them both on, just run a hot bridge. What I was going to do is bridge all these with one wire on one side together, solder them, and then solder the other side all together on this side together, and then just run it to the hot. And same thing with the grounds, just run all the grounds in the middle on both sides, and then you can just have them all turn on when this is on. Make it simple. If you want to get complicated, you could actually hook this up, the ground. If you're using these for ground switches, you can run the ground to one of the legs, so when you push the switch and turn it on, it'll turn on the bulb, and then turn off when you have it off. You can run it like that way too. If you're using these as a positive source, you could run the positive into the switch too as well, if you're not using it as a ground switch and you're using it as a positive switch. So either way will work. Honestly, I don't have time, Vic, to hook these last 5 switches up. I gotta sand this and primer it and get it out to you, because I gotta work on my stuff, guy. So these connectors here, you can buy push-on connectors with crimp-ons for these. Gotta try to zoom in there, and you can buy them for these too. So it might be easier for you just to buy the crimp-on ones instead of soldering them, but it's up to you. But yeah, I'm gonna leave these alone because I already got about an hour, 5 minutes from an hour on this that I worked on wiring this up and soldering it all up for you. But it's all ready to go other than those switches. And I can't solder them up anyway right now, because if I did, I gotta pull them back out and they're gonna be all wired together, which will make it difficult to pull out. because I still got to sand this. But the way these are, I could still pull these other boards out because I left a little bit, you know, slack in them. So when I take these out, they come out from this side. It'll be easy for the wires to stay together without disconnecting them. But yeah, that's how to wire them up. It's real easy. Just take them and daisy chain them together on a few of them. And then over here you'll put your hot from your fuse into the last wire here that connects to both sides. And then yeah, and same thing for the ground, and run it out there, so it's an easy hookup. Not much more else to say about this, guys. I'll show you guys one more view of it from this side. Came out really good. I'll turn this off real quick, and then I'll turn it back on so you can see. Okay, when you turn the power off and turn it back on, it starts from 0 and counts up, which is kind of cool. You can kind of keep track of how long somebody's driving your car, I guess. In minutes. I don't know how many minutes that goes up to. But yeah, this came out really good. So pretty proud of the work that I did on it. Came out real nice. Yeah, so all you got to do is hook up the switches here. I really don't have time to do that. It's going to take me a good hour or two to do it. Knowing me, it probably take me 2 hours, 3 hours, because I'd probably solder them together, and that takes quite a bit of time. And I really got to get this out to you. So yeah, and they're 12-volt bulbs, so don't worry. You just run the same wires in the back to hook them up, and just like I showed you. Let's see. I think that's it. So again, that's season 1 upper console all lighted up, other than those buttons. Again, I can't wire those up anyway because I got to pull them out. So I still got to sand this and primer it, and all the little imperfections in it I need to go and fill with some little bit of filler. So this is getting done. I mean, it's pretty much done. I just got to do the body work now. So stay tuned. When I'm done with this, I probably won't do another video. So I'm going to end this as part 4 and the last final part. And this is just so you guys can see how it looks, light it all up. But essentially, it's going to be in primer when I send it to you, Vic, and I will put everything back in after I primer it, so you can just, you know, when you get it, I'll put it in a box and everything, and so when you get it, you'll actually have it already connected. Other than the switches, I just don't have time to do the switches right now. I got my car to paint, and I only got a couple of weeks to work on the convertible. So I hope you understand, man. All right, and that's it. That's Jacob from NightRiderShop.com. I hope you enjoyed these 4-part series on this season 1 upper console build. I know it was kind of rushed because I got some family issues going on, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but I did my best, and hope this helps some of you guys out. And take care, and God bless.